What's up, YouTube? Rodrigo here. Day 5, Week 2, squat deadlifts and lower body accessory work was today's training focus. And first of all, I'd like to say it didn't go so well. And I can definitely attribute that to a lack of mental focus. And that's a little bit something I want to talk about today over the training footage. Mental focus, it is the most important aspect to your pre training session, post training session. Your mentality is going to essentially dictate how your training session goes. Now, prior to getting to the gym and starting my warm up, I guess you could say I was a little mentally fatigued. I wasn't, I'm so excited to go train. I can't wait to do this, and that. And generally, that is how I am feeling, or my mentality. That is generally how I see things when it comes to my training. However, it's very hard for you to feel like that every single day. So I can definitely attribute the lack of efficiency when it came to my squats to a lack of focus, and that was. I gotta be honest with you guys. It wasn't. It was a little disappointing, but I was able to recoup myself and really give it a little bit more energy and focus as far as my deadlifts and the accessory work too. So when it comes to your training session, if let's say if you've had a long day, you've worked an 8 hour job, and you just had a shitty day and things just did not go the way you wanted them to. You missed a meal or something like that, so it's just not your day, and you still have to go to the gym and train. What I'd invite you all to consider is the following: just because you had a terrible day, or your day is not going the way you would have liked it to have gone, doesn't mean it can end on a terrible note. The first part of your day is done, and you know with circumstances that you could or could not control, it just didn't go so well. But you still have another half of the day that you can control, that you can put effort into, and that you can make positive, or end on a positive note. So that's something that immediately popped into my head I was almost done with my squats, because the squats felt light because it was only 305 pounds, but the technique, the form, the motor patterns weren't necessarily there. So that made the weight feel a lot heavier, because it did reduce a little bit of my strength. So after the squats, I gave myself about a 5-10 minute break, and during that time, I was thinking to myself, you've only gone 3 sets of squats, and you still have deadlifts, you still have a few accessory exercises, so let's make the best out of it. And it worked for me, and I think it can work for you too. It's going back to that example where you didn't have a great day, but you still have the opportunity to end on a good note. Definitely look into that when it comes to your training, even when it comes to your nutrition as well. If you had a quote unquote cheat meal, or quote unquote bad meal, which I first of all recommend you never ever place such a title on food, but you can still make it up and eat a little bit quote unquote healthier. And what if you're tracking macros, making sure that you're as close as possible, or if you're tracking calories, same thing. So, with that in mind, I was able to finish the workout strong, and I was able to achieve all the rep and set goals that I had for today. All in all, the training, I would give it a 7 out of 10, although it could have ended a lot worse had I not regrouped myself and focused on what was left. And yeah, working with high bar squats. For those of you who are barely tuning into the channel right now, I also am working with conventional deadlift. My competition style deadlift is now a sumo deadlift. However, I've wanted to give my hip flexors and adductors a little bit of a rest, because prior to my meet a few weeks ago, I strained my left adductor. So right now, conventional deadlift is working great as far as keep reducing the aggravation or the amount of tension I put on my adductor. So that's working out really well right now. And that's all I have for you guys today. Again, thank you all for watching these videos. I really appreciate your support, the views, the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. Thank you all, and I will catch you guys in the next video.